name's David McQuinn, and I have a little stupid brother named Toddy, named Dennis DeMenace, and his last name's McQuinn. And his mother, I think she's a blabbermouth too. Well, her last name is Snavely before. It should be Snavely. Well, you know how my mom is. I have an uncle. His name is Donald McQuinn. Donald McQuinn. You know, what a name.
Basically, no chance.
What am I going to say now? I don't know what I'm going to say. Well, when we came down here, I had an ice cream. Well, it tasted like a soda, but I had an ice cream and it tasted like a soda. And, the other people had a soda. I always want to be different. You know me. I like to be different from other people. That's why I got an ice cream instead of a soda. I like to be different. Well, I have to eat some fudge. You know, there's this cook in the kitchen, and her name's Leola. Her name's Leola McQuinn. And her last name is Bowman, but it should be Bow instead of Bowman. Well, there's this pretty organ in the family's room. It looks just like my grandma's organ. Well, we have a house in Pennsylvania. I just came down here to visit, and when we were driving to come down here, see, I'm spending the night. When we were driving to come down here, I had ice cream, and I told you what it tasted like, and it was sort of like, you know, well, we took a drive around, and it was a lot of fun. Well, I'm going to tell you some jokes. Well, there was 4 men fishing, and 3 of them fell into the water, and only 2 got their hair wet. Why? Because one was bald. Well, now what does a kangaroo have that no other mammal has? A baby kangaroo. Well, I'm pretty good in art. Oh, I have a little sister named Sally Ann. She's pretty good now. Well, I have to go now. Donald! Well, my stupid old brother, Dennis DeMenace, he's always hitting on my little brother. And my mom gets after him. Oh, she gets after him. Why, she bothers him so hard, he won't be able to stand up or talk anymore. And, well, I told you back to the organ. And, well, I can play the piano now, and I can do lots of things. Have you ever heard of a cardinal? I have.
Marlon, I'm sitting here, and I'm trying to get Scotty to say a couple of words to you. He talks everything all day long, but, and including about you, too. So I'm going to try and get him to say a few words if I can. What?
I don't want nobody to laugh.
He doesn't want anybody to laugh, he says. Nobody's really listening to him. Oh, this Donald boy, he's all mouth, but I'm telling you, he never does too much about it, does he? He sure don't. I just practically begged in my hands and knees to get him to buy Leola a pair of bikini panties today in the store. Too cheap, can you imagine that? Too cheap. Irene had to buy her a pair, believe you me. He did get her a cute outfit, though. One of those little bikini body types, you know. Real snazzy. I bet he'll never see her in it. He'll be afraid for her to wear it on.
Well, Marlon,
Leola's going to say a few words. And she says she has nothing to say. Well, I guarantee she won't say anything that make any sense. Because you know how women are. Just like a clatterbone. And we'll see you now. You take pretty good care of. And send them postcards. I keep postcards. And I can shoot the breeze for 2 hours in class about some postcards over there to these students. You know, they're interested in that and being a teacher. I ain't much interested, but it beats making up a lesson plan. Now, as your social life over there, I guess you'd probably want to censor that and not have that on tape so you can tell me about it when you get back. And we'll compare notes. And if your notes is better than mine, I'll throw mine away and copy yours. But if they ain't, I'll keep mine and you can throw yours away. But here's Corley. Go ahead.
The only thing I can say is I just wish I wasn't in this mess with him. I didn't know what I was getting into till I met him. That geography class was the worst class I ever took. Got a D in it and him too. That's all.
Well, I tell you, she didn't tell it like it was. She chased me for that back.
Who kept asking who?
So she even paid for the license.
Well, he bought the rings.
Well, that's what you call meeting them halfway.
Abruptly, as we always do. Here he is.
Daddy, I hope you have a nice Christmas. And I saw Santa Claus at the shopping center last night. And when I came out, Dolly and Kyle was outstanding waiting for me. And I got some candy from Santa Claus. I like kindergarten. Did you hear that noise last night, Sally Ann? Okay, and Daddy, could tell yourself and Daddy, they left at what time? 7:40. Glad to see him, and I'd like to see you when you come home, and I hope you have a nice holiday, Christmas. Bye-bye. Here's my mom.
Hello, son. How you making it these days? For me, I'm having more more downs than I am ups. They either keep me working or on the road all the time. I can't go rabbit hunting or nothing, hardly. About 2 weeks ago, I fished a little down there in front of the house, and I caught about a 12 or 14 inch bass, so that made me feel pretty good. And I took him off the hook and laid him up on the bank, let him lay there a few minutes, turn around and put him back in. So that's the last one I've caught. Been rabbit hunting 2 or 3 times and killed 2 rabbits and a bird and shot 4 shoots. Don went with me one day and dog run a fox right over top of him and he wouldn't even shoot at it. Said, Daddy, yonder goes the fox. And Daddy, yonder goes the fox. I said, hell, son, what are you going to do with that gun? He never did find out what to do with it, so. Anyway, the dog run the fox 3 or 4 hours and we didn't have no rabbit dog. And we chased around, we got tired and started to hunt for the dog and he come back. That wound up all right. Yeah, we had, I guess, what you call a good trip coming up here last night. We left home about 2 o'clock and come over Moorhead and left over there about 4. Stopped several times along. Had a few pops and hamburgers and little stuff to eat. And we're up here, and that's About all I know. We heard there's 6 inches of snow on up here. Hell, that's a mistake. There's not even any. We came through a little along, but it's just on the side of the road. The road was perfect shape, real time to travel. Got a big box from Finley. He sent me a big fishing tackle box. Honey, it's big enough to hold a case of beer and a case of whiskey and all the fish you catch. Talk about a whopper, it's a whopper. He had about 2 or 3 cartons of artificial plugs. Everything you can think of, made out of gum. I've never got to use none of them. Some of them looks awful good, so I'll try some of them some of these days, and so I guess that's about all I can tell you. I don't know who the next speaker will be. You can just hang on and see.
Say bye again.
Bye.
Hello, Marlon. Debbie, she was here, and when she was talking to you, she got up, so she could let me have the microphone, and she liked to trip herself. Her and Toddie's been in quite a few fights, but they got along okay. And we had a long trip up here, and we got off the road a little bit, but we finally got up here. We had a pretty good trip. We stopped at this place, and there was this girl that waited on us. And you ought to saw her dress. It was so short. And she'd bent over an inch. Why, you could have saw her, you know what. Mommy and them sitting here laughing at me. I'm going to start laughing at them sometime. Sally Ann's here trying to dance. Dancing. Now, a minute ago, she was crying. Now she's a-laughing. She's dancing the floor away. She's going to tramp it down.
Hello, son. Seem like a Toddy don't know much to say. He said he wanted to talk, but he didn't know what to say to you, so we're having a real good time here. All it likes being perfect is you being here. But I guess we'll just have to wait a little while longer. I've got this little girl in my arms, and she sure is a doll. We tried to get her to talk or say something, and she cried a little. And Scotty's sitting here, and all of us is doing okay and enjoying being here. And I'd like to, for this baby to speak a little something, but I don't know how I'd get her to do it. That'd make her real mad. She's a-watching me. She's a doll. And your daddy said let her have one of the things and maybe she'd say something. But I don't believe she is. She's wanting the other now. Well, here's that Donald again. Take care and see you one day.
I have Scotty on my lap, and he's just about ready to go to bed. He's gonna say goodnight to you. Well, Marlon, I had them up to see Santa Claus yesterday morning, and oh boy, was it ever cold. But they saw him. Scotty watched him as he went up the ladder, and he waved till he couldn't wave anymore. I hope you have a very nice Christmas, Marlon. I sent 2 boxes. I hope you get them all right. He is eating a pretzel. I guess he's going to wait till he's done eating to say goodnight. Little Sally just went to bed. Did you get to say anything yet? Your dad has been in bed since 8 o'clock.
That's 1 hour and 15 minutes ago.
That's an hour and 15 minutes ago. I don't know how he could sleep, though, with all this noise. But I guess he's used to it. No, I guess well, he'll never get used to this, I guess. It was nice having your mother and father up here. They're very nice people.
Hello, Marlon. Hello, honey. I've thought I better start this small tape here to let you know that all is well here at home. And I hope everything's okay with you. I've been wanting to write all week, but I've had this tape and I thought I'd start it out and tell you a few things on it, and which seems to me is a little bit quicker once I get started on it. I got a real long letter from you last week that I can answer with this also. There's just so much I want to tell you, explain to you, that I don't know where to start sometimes. Your parents had done this tape, this bigger tape rather, that I'm sending you, and I tried to record some more on it, which was Johnny Carson, but I hadn't been able to erase it. I understand you can erase it while you're taping, but I just couldn't, or recording rather, but I just couldn't, so I decided I'd start this new one here. At any rate, there were pretty many people talking on the other one, and it was filled up to some extent. Maybe you can erase a small portion of Johnny Carson on it. I thought maybe I just might mess up the whole thing. I'm very good at that, you know. Well, before I forget, this is December the 12th, 1970. Yeah, about 2 weeks away from our big day. It really isn't my big day, though. I just can't put Christmas to work this year too much. You know why? Well, I have to do something because of the children. They need to have some sort of happiness, even if their daddy isn't here. They seem to be doing pretty good as far as that line is concerned, but they give me a rough time, hon. As always, I just can't get Teddy and Toddy under control. They fuss and fight constantly. They can't even look at each other. I guess I've told you that a million times. Well, let's get started on you. How are you? You seem to be complaining again of that old familiar cold of yours. Running ears, headaches, eyes too, imagine. Have you gone to the doctor yet? Gee, don't you wish you were only 23? When you say that, you make me feel older. And I keep wanting your age to come closer to mine. I guess that's not all that counts, huh? We got your cards today. The kids got all yours, and we've got some from your mother and Dad. They sent us $10, which I didn't really expect. I don't like them to do that, but they feel better. Well, that's all that counts, I guess. I've got a box started there, too. I should have sent it when she came up, but I just didn't have anything together yet, and not in the spirit of Christmas, I imagine. You know how I am about sending money. At any rate, it will get there. I bought some cards this year that already have our names signed inside them, and I didn't even get them written out yet, the names in the envelopes. What I want to really tell you about, anxious to tell you about, is a tape that you sent, the small one, the last one. I couldn't pick it up at all. I have Donald's tape recorder, and he has 3 3/4, 9.5 cm, whatever that is, and 7.5, 19 cm. I couldn't pick it up in either speed. Of course, the one I'm recording now is a slower speed, the 7.5. But this is 3 3/4, by the way. But at any rate, yours seemed to be a little slower. Now, Phil Sciotti tried it on his 2-track, and he couldn't pick it up neither. He said he thinks you were recording on 1 7/8. Now, I haven't gotten down to my cousins. They live in Schaeferstown, but it sure disappointed me about it. It was a lot of jibber-jabber. Sounded like Vietnamese talking. Real fast, I imagine. Well, you were recording slow, but I couldn't pick it up. Not slow, I imagine. I'm glad you got to watch the games and television over there. I was thinking about you the whole time they were on here. Has the weather changed any? It really has here. It's really getting cold now. It's been raining all week. And today it really turned to some ice. Whether it'll snow or not, I rather doubt it right now. The temperature outside isn't really that cold, but yet the ice, it seems when it does do some precipitation of some sort, it warms up a little bit. I've put the rabbits out in the garage last week because it's entirely too cold to feed them out behind the garage there. It was just too cold. Honey, I think this tape's coming to an end on this side, and I'll just switch it over and gab some more. I really don't know what to say sometimes when I do get down to it. It's Saturday afternoon. The kids are taking a nap. Sally just got awake and Bob. I guess I told you about him taking over and it's not him. He really does like kids. His tape is going faster than I expected to, but it's on the slowest speed he has on here. I guess you're familiar with his tape recorder. It's not very complicated, except I can't erase. I hope you had your suit straightened out, honey. I really want you to have that sport coat and pants and anything else you can get yourself over there. You need a sport long coat, too. But like I said, they don't sell winter coats in hot climates like that, I imagine. I just wish you were home here right now. 3 more months. Yes, I'm at the end of the month already. Just like I'm at the end of this tape. Bye-bye. And I was just thinking, I wish I was listening to you instead of you listening to me. Do you really miss me? I don't know where you get the idea that we don't miss you, we don't think of you, and call yourself a poor farm boy, all that sort of thing. You know, you mean the world and all to us. I've told you that 12 times, 1,000,000 times. Marlon, I just can't live without you here. I just hate the thought of you going away again. I don't mean to sound blue. I like to sound, I want you to think that we're happy. Because you've made us happy before you left. You've given us anything you could possibly give us that we need, which is more than a lot of families have and a lot of men do for their families. I hear so much about it here. It just makes me sick to think that a man could have a wife and children and treat them like dogs sometimes. At any rate, I want you to know that I've appreciated everything that you've done for us. But I love you. I love you very, very much. Old flames. No, I haven't seen any of my old flames. I see yours once in a while. Mary, Helen. I don't talk to neither one of them. I really don't have any business to talk to anybody in particular. Jackie and her husband are coming home this month. Well, as a matter of fact, next week, I believe they're coming from Texas for Christmas. I don't know what kind of a pull he has, but he's been in the States for about 4 years, I believe. He came back right after you came back from Korea one time. He's been here ever since in the States. Not here, but I believe you know who I'm talking about, don't you? I got a card from her just last week. Have you written to Dot or sent him a card? I wrote a real long letter to her last week, but I haven't heard from her yet. I did hear that she was back working with Lawrence, or what? I intend to write Elfrida a letter also. She sent her a picture of the baby. And I'd like to write to the Oateses, too, and send them a card. Who is this Run coming home in 30 days to spy on me? Is it that man from Tremont? You must have met pretty many friends over there, haven't you? I go out to the Gap quite frequently. I don't go up to Carlisle anymore too much, or New Cumberland. I feel I can get just as much stuff around here, just as cheap. But I did make a boo-boo last week. And maybe I shouldn't tell you, but then again, you wonder where your money goes. I had to have Tottie's eyes examined, and I could have had an appointment up in Carlisle. I found later on after I made this other appointment in town. But can you imagine, for an eye examination, $15 right before Christmas? Everything hits me. But I didn't know how serious it was. They are doing these glaucoma tests for sugar and diabetes. I didn't know how serious it was with him. I really didn't have him checked up other than the eyes. But he done a thorough examination on his eyes, and he has a slight stigmatism, which is nerves. And he also has sort of nearsightedness. But he can't contact it too much of yet. He says he doesn't really need glasses yet. Maybe it'll improve, and the way he talked, maybe it won't. I don't know. He doesn't seem to bother him. He doesn't complain of not being able to see anything, and he sits near the TV, but so does Debbie, and her eyes are okay. He doesn't sit on top of it, and he looks at things, and he can read things, knows what they're all about in the books, so I guess he'll be okay. I hate to see him have glasses, though. Such a little fella. His ways seem to be wanting to change somewhat into a little bit more of a man than a baby. He doesn't hold too much of a big temper anymore, but he does like his own way once in a while. I'll tell you, if you ever want to see somebody, you ought to see this Sally Ann. Honey, she is really a puddin'. And she's so smart, and she knows these children like a book. She loves to play with boys, and she just yells with Scotty. She waits for him to yell or make some sort of a noise, and she makes one right after him. He tries to imitate him, more or less. Yeah, well. So much for kids. Mom and Daddy are doing okay. Except Daddy complains in his bones a lot, his arms, and I don't know. I don't believe really he's taking it easy too much. He ought to take some vitamins of some sort. And I bought him some Geritol last night, and I guess he'll start to take that for a while. He really ought to go to the doctor and get examined to see how everything's doing. I don't know how he does tick sometimes. He's on the go a lot. Of course, he's slowed down somewhat, it seems to me. And within the past 2 days, he's really slowed down. His car stopped. I think the water pump bursted or something in it. He's now once again looking for another car. Ours is still running, although I think it's taking a little bit too much oil. First one thing, then another, you know. Of course, it starts okay for me, and it takes me where I want to go, which is real frequent.
Okay. Where do I begin to tell the story of how great His love can be? The sweet love story that is older than the sea. The simple truth about the love she brings to me. Where do I start? First, hello. Cut.
Mom, now listen here. You get your hind end over there and sit down for one thing.
Let me out. Okay, just a second. Okay.
You have no business laughing. And don't turn my page. I'll turn it for me.
No? I thought you needed help.
All right, let's go now.
Okay.
Where do I begin?
No, start from the introduction.
Okay. Do that over again.
Do it. Where do I begin to tell the story of how great love can be? The sweet love story that is older than the sea. The simple truth about the love she brings to me. Where do I start? With her first hello, she gave a meaning to this empty world of mine. There'd never be another love another time. She gave a meaning like that made my living fine. She filled my heart. She filled my heart this very special day with angel songs. did it. I didn't do it that time.
Yeah, but you didn't have to yell it to the end of your song.
Okay, it's my turn. Now hold it. We're not finished
Spoiled
yet.
the whole thing. She did. That's what
You spoiled it with a couple wrong notes.
No, Debbie. I didn't have a couple wrong notes.
Still.
You weren't there yet.
You should have played the right one and I wouldn't got off pitch anyway.
I did.
No, you didn't. You went, and she'll be there. No, you went. Yes, you did.
There. That's exactly what it is.
Right there? Did it? No. What is it? This right here. Right. This is what I mean. Right there. No.
It is not there. Now don't tell me what it is. I know what that note is. It's B flat, D and F and G. Exactly what it is.
Right here?
Yes, there. That's exactly what I'm playing. And then up here, it's G, B flat, D, and all the way up to G again.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I play this song too often to know, Debbie.
Yeah, but you goofed up on that.
No, you did.
Yes, you did. I wouldn't have got off the pitch.
Well, that wasn't bad, but you yelled through the microphone.
Well,
You don't do that after you get done with the song.
this is playing.
Yeah, you turn that tape off.
Big fight. Yeah, I can do one, two, three. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your friends. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let me hold it. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed. The little Lord Jesus lay down his sweet head. The stars in the sky look down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus lay in a bed. Country Jesus, to every said, I see little Jesus.
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your friends. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Right down Santa Claus Lane. Santa Claus Lane, 'cause I'm so sorry. Nowhere,
Away in the manger, looking for a bed. The little Lord Jesus lay down in sweet head. He said no man in the sky, down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. Frosty the snowman. America. My country is a big white land. Gregory, get up here. No, you get. Ever so brutal. God bless America. God bless America. Okay. We're gonna sing God bless America. Land I love. We're gonna. Hold it. I forgot it already. Okay. We're gonna. Dad, do you have it on? Yes,
We will sing God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her, ain't got her, running like the mother above. Do it above, Dad, do it I forgot the rest of it. God bless America.
boo, 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 boo. Boop, hop, boop, 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 and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings, 4 turtle doves, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 turtle birds, 3 French hens, 4 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 turtle doves, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing, 7 milky, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 lords a-piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Here comes Snoozy, Snoozy, Snoozy.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Susie.
Santa Claus sleigh.
Dressed in a
He got a bag of electric toys. Silver and gold.
Silver and gold. Everyone wishes for silver and gold. How do you measure it to?
Stand up. Screw up.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Virgin, virgin, mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, where we go, laughing Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. You better not shout, you better not cry, you better not outside, and you are. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's a-making a list, looking at ties. I gotta find out who's lying. Santa Claus is coming to town. Debbie, Scott, Todd, Sally, and McQuinn. Shut up, everybody. Shut up, everybody. Go to the Lord's sake. I miss. I'm as happy as can be. I hope the student when he's over. Sitting what fun. I hope you have a pretty day. I see the cartoon my way. Oh, no, Daddy, don't you walk so fast. Daddy, don't you walk so fast. Daddy stole out some cars, I'm making me want. Merry Christmas, we wish. You can do what you want.